Welcome everybody to this month's recipe. Like we said last time, I'm here with my dad again, and he's gonna teach us all how to make chicken wings. And he brought his own apron this time. So
That's right.
He's in charge.
Because they're making me wear these flowery aprons, and it doesn't feel good.
Well, it all tastes good all the same. It'll be fine. We're gonna have fun.
Everything's better. Everything is better. We're also going to show you how to make my version of some Creole seasonings or some Cajun seasonings. You're going to love this video.
Okay, you're in charge this time.
I am in charge.
This is your recipe.
Don't you ever forget it.
Okay, sounds good. What's the first step?
I like it when I'm in charge.
Yeah, now we're having fun. This is fun now.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Fun.
First step, we gotta make the seasoning mixture.
So fun thing to do today is I love chicken wings. We love cooking chicken wings. And so what I thought I was gonna introduce, a lot of people call Cajun seasonings or Cajun food lots of different things. I am a Cajun and I have a very specific mix. So I'm gonna show you Cajun seasonings. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, get us some. So the ingredients are, you need paprika, cayenne pepper, onion powder, salt, black pepper. And this is a special thing. Maybe we'll shoot a video on this. This is
not black pepper.
It's not black pepper. It's actual garlic and peppers that I dry and grind up myself. I like to put it on chicken wings because it kind of have some chunky pieces of dried garlic in there, and it's really fun. So, you could probably find something like that in a grocery store. We'll shoot a video, show you how to do it. It's really easy.
Yeah, but it'll taste good even if you don't have.
Even if you don't have that, just put regular garlic powder in there. So, first thing we do, so the ratio, and we'll send out a recipe cards to all of our real estate clients with the recipes on this, and you can probably pick it up out of the video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with, the way I remember this is your onion powder and your garlic and your paprika. They're always gonna be 2. So 2 garlic powder, 2 onion powder, and
tablespoon
2
or
paprika.
Teaspoon?
It doesn't matter how big of a you want.
Just a ratio.
It's just a ratio, right?
Okay, so probably teaspoons.
So let's go with tablespoons. So put 2 tablespoons of
each of the stuff
inside of a bowl.
We also started some oil on the stove.
Got some oil heating. So what we did also while she's making that up, the ratio is 2, 1, 1, and the salt is 1 if you want spicy. If you want it a little milder, you do half red and half black pepper.
So 2 paprika.
So 2 tablespoons of paprika. So she's putting, just to be clear, 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika. She's gonna put 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of red pepper, and she's gonna put 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, salt, that's a really unique thing. So you've got to put that in there, take a fork, mix it, and just taste it with your own finger to make sure the salt is the way you like it. Some people like a little more salt, a little less salt. I don't like a lot of salt, and I get mocked for it in my house on a regular basis.
He's a little sensitive. Just a little bit.
It's not good for you.
It actually is.
No, it's not.
So actually, it's like we use like the pink salt. That's fine. But apparently the best salt for you to use is called Celtic salt. It has more vitamins and stuff like that. It's a natural salt.
When you say that, it feels like I just want to wear a dress.
Why?
I don't know. Celtic. Isn't that like the dress people? The guys that
You
wear
talking
dresses?
like kilt.
Oh, kilts. Isn't that Celtic people? I don't
No, kilts are Scottish. Celtic is, I think, Irish, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
We're
I think so.
uncultured, but we know how to cook.
Yeah. No, yeah, Celtic salt's actually good for you because it doesn't, like, normal white salt's all bleached and processed and stuff like that. It's probably not good for you. But, like, the pink salt or, like, the Celtic salt apparently is good for you.
I want to taste the food. I don't want to taste all that salt.
Well, you're
But I like the spice. So,
yeah.
Anyway, a lot of times people will call something Cajun seasonings when it's burning your mouth off. I don't think that's the right thing to do either. But a good combination of paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder, black pepper and red pepper, those are really some main ingredients. Now, at my home, I mean, I'll dry up oregano and rosemary and different dried spices. So we make a lot of our own seasonings just from out of the garden. So,
yeah.
Fun thing today. Go ahead.
Clarity. 1 teaspoon of these things in this group, 2 tablespoons of seasonings in this group. Boom.
So, and that is tablespoon?
Yep.
Teaspoon.
2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon.
That's right.
Boom.
So we're already preheating some oil because what we're going to do, obviously, is we're going to cook us some chicken wings. And so, okay, I'm almost there. We gotta watch out.
Okay.
So this is a handy little gadget. This is a little temperature thermometer. It shoots a little red light. And I have another temperature thermometer on this. This little pan was pretty cheap. We find that it's thin, it's easier to hold the heat, and there's a little drying rack right here that really just makes a mess. So we're gonna probably use some paper towels in a rack to do that. I'm watching this oil. I want this oil to get to about 360, 375. I'm using regular canola oil. And an interesting thing we're gonna do today is we're using something called cassava. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Cassava. It's a flour that's gluten-free. So the crust doesn't always come out just like flour. The flour crust makes it a little bit more crunchy, but we find that the cassava flour is just fine.
I feel like if you ate it, you wouldn't know if there was really a difference. I don't think it's that drastic of a difference. I don't think
Not
you'd
when
be
it's
able to know.
seasoned really well.
Yeah, that's probably the key.
So,
right there.
so the mixture. So we got some chicken wings. So we're gonna show you. Let's go ahead and mix up the key to this thing. I totally believe is
We got our chicken wings here. It's about 2
our
pounds.
marinade.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
So
about
2 pounds of chicken wings. Then we're gonna do 2 eggs. Well, let's season them up first. She's gonna make up the stuff.
Here, why don't you season the chicken with the mix, and I'll do this piece. So we've got,
Measure carefully your seasoning.
yeah. Most people, I mean, if you've been cooking for a little bit, you'll kind of know. So we've got about a cup of buttermilk. Right there. And then Dijon mustard, right?
Dijon mustard, yep.
About
2
2
tablespoons. And that's butterfat milk. I mean,
Buttermilk.
buttermilk.
If you don't have buttermilk, you can use normal milk and you put like vinegar or lemon juice in it to get some of that acidity. That's also a good replacement. And then we need 2 eggs. I forgot.
Go
the eggs.
to the store and get buttermilk.
No, the other stuff works fine too. Because what you're needing is just the acidity to help break down the meat.
No, what I need is buttermilk.
Got this stuff going.
So I like to put the seasoning on first, then I put the marinade or the soap, the batter. And we're gonna take that and we're gonna put that in the refrigerator and we're gonna refrigerate that overnight. This is gonna be a long video.
You have to watch 24 hours of video. We're gonna sing a couple songs.
This is great. I wrote a brand new song. It's gonna be wonderful.
Dad's gonna wear a kilt.
I'm not wearing a kilt
Why not?
until you figure out what people that came from.
I'm
Somebody write in
pretty
the
sure
comments.
it's Scott. Kilts are Scott.
Celtics, isn't it Celtic? See,
I
it just
think
makes
that's
sense to me,
Irish.
like Celtic and kilt, like that. Why is that not like?
Oh, they're
Somebody missed
close.
it.
They're close.
Somebody missed it.
But like Celtic Women, that group, that band, Mom used to listen to that all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Yeah, if I play one of the songs, you know.
I don't
It's
know.
like childhood memories. Celtic Women.
Right. So we got this marinade in here. I'm gonna just toss that around. Now that's some happy chicken wings. See there? That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Put that in the fridge.
Put that in the fridge.
Okay.
And now we're ready for. Did you make some last night?
Yeah.
That's really smart.
So sorry, everybody. We're not gonna sing and dance. We made some last night. That's ready to go, and we'll start frying. That was not Celtic. Okay. Have you actually ever seen the?
I don't even know what that is.
What is it? That Irish dancing. What's it called? The river dancing.
Can you get me a plate while you're dancing?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No, that's really impressive. Where they do all the jumps and stuff like that. You ever seen that before?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. You
You're
gotta
really
get on the
cute, though.
internet. You gotta get on the internet.
I don't want to get on the
Learn
internet.
something.
I work for a living. Ain't got time to be on the internet. So if you can see, I just kind of roll that over there and I just leave it there. I don't shake all the dust. I don't shake all the flour off of it. So I just roll it in there. I'm a little bit meticulous about it. I get made fun of it. And then I just want that flour to sit on that chicken for just 5 or 10 minutes. If you have time, the longer you let it sit, the more that flour sucks up some of that seasoning, and then you can shake it off right before you put it in the hot oil.
Wet hand, dry hand. Use one hand for all the wet stuff, one hand for all the dry stuff, so it doesn't get all gunky on your fingers. Most people know that when they're frying.
Is that a professional term? Gunky?
Yeah. Gunky.
Gunky.
Yeah.
Gunky. I wonder if that's in a
Professional.
dictionary. Gunky. Somebody look that up.
Where's my phone?
Gunky. No, don't look it up.
Kyle will look it up.
Kyle will figure it out. Kyle will help us with new terminology.
Yeah.
Now, this little pan is kind of small. One of the things you gotta, the big ticket to frying stuff is making sure your oil doesn't cool off or get too hot. So that's the secret to all of it. Not saying that, you know, you always do it perfectly, but you want to get yourself into a rhythm of watching your oil. Because if the oil is too cold when you put your chicken in there, what's going to happen is it's going to absorb the more oil. So then your chicken is oily. But if you got a nice hot oil, not overheated, because you'll burn the oil, right? So it really does take a little bit of skill to play around with this. And chicken wings are easy to do because they're small.
Yeah.
So too many. So I've got my oil up there. If I put too many at one time, it'll cool the oil down. And so that's your real ticket. So we'll see if we can, I don't know if we can video this or not. Let's see where we're at on our oil. Yep, we're at 62. This is good.
362.
362. And then if you look on my little thermometer, it's in my red zone. So this little pan came, I think we got this on Amazon. I don't know, this little pan came ready to go. So at 360, we're hot enough to start cooking.
Yeah.
Now, just kind of knock the excess off.
Just a couple at a time.
You should start seeing it. You want enough oil in there to make sure you cover the chicken, you know, because we're technically deep frying it. It's really good for your heart.
Well, apparently frying, like if you do cook it right, I think it was Gordon Ramsay or Bobby Flay or somebody I was watching was talking about fried food, and they were like, people just improperly fry the food so it does absorb more oil. So that's why, maybe that was him. And so that's why it's not good for you, because no one's doing it right. If you did it right, it wouldn't absorb so much oil and be so bad.
That's right. So at this point, I turned the oil up a little bit, but again, you gotta be ready to watch it. Sometimes people will season the flour up. I find that you waste a lot of seasoning by trying to season up a bunch of flour. When the chicken comes out of the oil and it's hot, we're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of Cajun seasonings on top, and I find that that gives you everything you really need. Using a lid to fry, some people may do it, some people may not. I like it. It holds the heat in there, and it's gonna make sure that my chicken crust is.
But it doesn't keep the water in. Like when it's evaporating out,
it'll steam out. We'll just right now I'm watching the temperature drop on it because the chicken's in there is cold. So I want to hold heat right now more than I care about the water.
Got it.
So I want my oil to get back up to my temperature where I know it's frying at the right temperature, somewhere between, 350 to 365. That's where I want it. And I just keep turning the heat up till I see that needle start going back up. The easiest way to do this is to buy the professional series. And we may, find. We used to have a little Fry Daddy. It's a little basket or something. You turn it on. It's got all the dials and settings, and it's ready to go. It'll
help keep the heat where it needs to be. Want it regulates itself.
Where this, I'm a little bit more manual. I've got to watch it. You can get one of those Fry Daddies or something like that, and they're not that expensive, $50, $60.
But this works too if you don't have that kind of stuff, like a Dutch oven, something, little pot will work.
This is old school. The electric ones have the basket. When you're done, you can hang them. I also like using mesh racks to when I'm done with the chicken, I put it on the mesh rack instead of paper towels. We don't have that today, so we're just going to use some paper towels, and it's going to be fine.
It's gonna be A-okay.
It's gonna be okay. I don't like touching the chicken and moving it around during the first
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because we want all that moisture to get out of that batter
and to stick on it.
Because if you start touching it and moving it around, it's gonna flake off in the pot, and then you got all the
burned bits at the bottom and
that.
Yeah.
Nobody's got time for that.
No, it tastes bad. I guess this is Celsius.
It is Celsius. But there's a little red dot, so it's idiot proof.
Yeah. Red means bad.
No, red, this is your
Oh, red
zone.
Is good.
This is your
they
zone.
should put green.
Well, I don't know. It works.
It works.
When the needle gets right there, I put the chicken in.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, we're taking them out. We've already checked the temperature. The right temperature, with chicken...
Internally,
you want no less than 160, 65. Some people will go all the way up to 180. Everybody has their own opinions. I don't like dry chicken.
No one does. If you do, there's something wrong with you.
Well, I don't know. It's a really interesting deal. Okay. Grease is nice and hot. Once you got the grease good and hot, man, you're cooking now. That second batch
Should be go.
should be golden.
Yeah.
Your oil's hot, real good. You don't have to worry about anything cooling off. Yes, ma'am.
Splash it
Okay.
back. Nice.
All right. So one of the things that we do when we're looking inside it, when we're deep frying, when you put the chicken in there, it goes to the bottom. You kind of can touch it after it starts frying for a bit, and then you can see it's floating. So that's one of my first signs that I can take the chicken out.
Yeah, it's
When
getting,
it starts floating, it's getting done. So you really want to drain the oil, let it sit there, and then you can take your temperature thermometer and you can poke it into the chicken.
double check. You
And
want to
double
put
check
that
it.
over there. Everyone's favorite part, we get to try them. It's the best.
It's the base.
Cooked perfect. Good crust.
Crust is nice.
You can toss this in like some buffalo wing sauce if you like. Make some like those garlic or those lemon pepper sauces. Very good. I usually like that. Dad doesn't usually like buffalo sauce, but that's what I
Yes,
do.
I'm not a fan of the sauces, but if you're gonna use sauce, you have your sauce prepared. And then you take your chicken and you put it in a bowl, put
While
your
it's
sauce
hot.
on it, and stir it all up, and that's
Yep.
great.
Coat it all. That's good.
Really good.
Thanks for tuning in for this month's recipe. We will see you guys next month. As always, there's a link above or below the video to register to get the paper recipe cards for these recipes in the mail. So if you'd like to do that, just go ahead and register your little address. We'll make sure we get those to you guys.
Hey guys, it's Danielle. Thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate, give our team a call. We'd love to help you.